This is episode 7, right?
Who knows?
I don't even remember.
Who cares?
What's up, everybody? We're back with episode number 7 of the Live Laugh Limiter podcast, and today we have a special guest, my guy, fucking Kraze.
Literally special.
What up?
Literally special in many ways.
Yeah.
Fucking, I've known this guy for fucking too long, but always been a solid guy to me, and I'm very happy to have him on here as one of my best friends, and we're about to talk mad shit to him. So let's get it in.
Hey, don't be too harsh, man.
Let's get it popping. Kraze, you're from Southern California, born and raised, right?
Yes, sir.
So what's it like growing up out there in the ghetto?
It's, yeah, it's all good. It's all, you know, I want to say this. LA is like a really cool spot to like, you know, grow up because you have kind of like the best of everything. I feel like, especially like, you know, just the whole state of California, you know, you got the beaches, you got, you know, the lakes, everything's kind of
all the restrictions and can't order an exhaust over there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to deal with that, and then you know the liberals and guns. Gun laws. It's like it's crazy, but I mean, as far as like you know, just being out there, the weather, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty consistent, and I think it's pretty dope.
So what do you do for a living in Los Angeles to be able to afford to live there? Because we all know rent ain't cheap or mortgages.
Well, we have a marketing company called Envy Legal, and I also have a motorcycle shop with my wife. The motorcycle shop, it does pretty well, you know, at times. Like the seasons, like in winter time, it gets a little slow. But like right now, you know, shout out to the boy Piolín. He's running the shop, and without him, I probably wouldn't be close to like what I'm doing now. Like he's able to go in there, pump out stuff. He's a great mechanic, probably one of the best that I've ever, you know, been in contact with or even, you know, being able to know. And it's been a blessing having him, you know, at my shop, basically doing stuff because he does everything. Harley Davidson's, Can-Ams. Bro, I just took in some jet skis the other day, bro.
Shit.
Be careful with those, man.
Tommy has a story.
Be careful with
about
those. I don't know if you ever heard what happened.
Yo,
but
Tommy, tell him what happened when you worked on a jet ski.
Oh my God. All right. So my fault. It was my fault. I was checking out a friend's jet ski, right? And it had a gas leak. And now, you know, on a jet ski, there's nowhere for the gas to go when it leaks. So he's like, hey, just check the compression, right? Blah, blah, blah. So he like had it apart already. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like not thinking that I should have checked to make sure he like disconnected like spark plugs and all that shit. So I had my arm over it. Oh. And he went to crank it.
It already sounds bad.
It's bad, dude. You can't see it now, but these are all scars. I blew my fucking face off.
Oh man,
Yeah, literally.
Literally blew my face off. Like, yo, I had 2nd-degree burns all over my fucking arms and shit. You could still see like some scars here. It was pretty bad. So, yeah.
Careful with the jet ski.
Be careful
Very
with that one.
So your shop's Kraze Motorsports. You guys pretty much work on every type of motor vehicle besides cars, right?
basically, yeah. Can-Ams, dirt bikes, obviously side by sides, quads, Harley Davidson, sport bikes.
You guys do
Even vintage, bro. This like
Cafe racers and stuff like that.
too, yeah.
Shit. So you guys even do insurance too, right? Like if you need estimates for insurance or accidents and stuff like that as well, right?
Yeah, so that's like our main source of income, handling the insurance jobs and stuff. That's basically what, pays the majority of the rent. It's hella expensive out there in Cali just to have, a building and, rent and stuff. It's crazy, man. They're always like every year, my landlord's telling me, hey, prices have gone up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
And you got-
square footage and stuff.
I was gonna say you guys got like a decent little lot there too. Like
Yeah, it's
you got some.
I want to say it's
property.
like my little hole in the wall. You know what I mean? But
I haven't actually been there personally yet, but I've seen,
yeah, it's definitely a mom and pop shop. I mean, the reason why I got this shop was to, offer the services to the community. I've had, some trouble with my bike and stuff, trying to get it figured out and get somebody to work on it that knows what they're doing and not try to upsell me. Just, we try to
try to do the right thing.
Yeah, and be like an honest shop, out here. And still, even that's difficult, bro, because people, they're always asking for handouts or discounts. And it's like, bro, like in the back of my mind, I'm just like, yo, bro, like you're coming to me asking me for a discount. Like, you don't think I've already thought like when I went over your invoice to like hook you up.
What can I help you with? Yeah.
Like I try to as best as we could, but at the end of the day, we got bills, we got, overhead that we got to pay for. And it's just, it's kind of, I feel like it's inconsiderate of people, you know what I mean, to come to me and ask me for a discount when they know who they are in my life. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't go over there to In-N-Out or McDonald's and ask for a discount.
Yeah.
Like they would hella be like, what the fuck? Like next?
Yeah. It's always, this is a topic that's always come up. Like when people want, they want discounts, so they want the most they can get from you. And it's like,
instead of trying to support.
Yeah. Like, hey man, like I'm just trying to get by my damn self. Like, my time ain't free. These parts ain't free. Like, help me out a little bit. Like,
right.
like
especially when you got a mortgage to pay, you got multiple mouths to feed. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to take money out the pockets.
It gets a little difficult, but I believe in God, and I feel that God has my back, and He's always had my back since the beginning. So I don't really stress too much, over things. And when I am kind of like, man, like it's running a little short, it just so happens, somebody else's misfortune, by getting into an accident and me being able to help them out with their insurance and getting their bike either deemed a total loss or helping them out with.
Yeah, you can bang the insurance out, just don't bang them out.
Yeah, exactly. and no, seriously, like that's one of the reasons why like what helped me. I mean, you remember when we had the little shop and you're like, hey, yo, bro, like, you need to get a bigger shop. Yeah. Like we're, just the storage and everything. We're like, I didn't have enough room to like store these bikes. And that was the whole thing. The insurance jobs, helping the people out. Because worst case scenario, if somebody comes to me and they're unable, like say for instance, they relapsed on their insurance and they didn't know, or, because some people are like direct with their bank accounts and stuff. Direct deposit and stuff like that with insurance and their bills and stuff. So sometimes they'll like elapse on their insurance and they'll be like, oh bro, I don't have insurance, or sometimes the party that hit them doesn't have insurance. Yeah. And it's like just a messed up situation. So that's where I come in and I'm able to like, hey bro, look, it cost me, $200 or $175 to get your vehicle towed here. Just pay that. I'm not going to charge you no storage fees. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to help out the person that's bringing their vehicle to me.
Whereas other shops, they could give two shits about what your sob story is, and they still want to get they still want to get their money.
Yeah, they'll lean sell it.
That's one thing. Like I worked at Kraze Shop for a long time, and I remember I moved from the Bay Area to LA to kind of not help him, but like do what I can to fucking progress his shop.
It was a lot of help from you, bro, because you put me on game with like little things and you gave me your input and stuff. And
I mean that's what family does. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know what I was doing, bro. I'm like, yo, like.
But the one thing that I'll never forget is going to this little shop, and his shop was right behind a paint booth, right? And so like they heated up cars, and it's summertime in San Fernando Valley. And it's like 150 degrees in this fucking shop, and we're stepping over parts to walk around this shop. Yeah, bro. I mean, this shit was, I want to say, like barely.
It was rough.
500 square feet. Yeah. You know what I mean? With one big ass door in an alley, and all we dealt with was homeless people and shopping carts walking through that shit. But like the first 6 months, I told him like, yo, you're gonna have to get a bigger shop, because the bigger shop you get, the more business you're gonna be able to get. And it's dope because, 2 months later after that, we ended up finding the shop that you're actually in. Yeah. And we were able to, with the landlord, actually build the shop the kind of way we wanted to. And like, it's many blessings of what.
It was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, big time. Because there's a lot of stress at times, but still, like, that shop is still full to this day. Yeah. Nonstop. You got to roll bikes out to be able to walk through there. You got an office. You got a waiting room for people. You have parts on hand. If you don't have the parts, you can get them in 2 to 3 days with parts
drop
unlimited.
Ship. Yeah, I have a lot of, like now I have a lot of, dealer accounts and stuff. Like I remember you telling me, hey, bro, you need to get on this. You need to get on this. You need to fill out your, dealer account, get that going and stuff. So now, I have parts unlimited. I got all the Harley Davidson stuff. Yeah.
You have connects with Thrashing, Legend suspensions for the Harley guys, like pretty much all the Harley connects. See, same thing with like Lexington, all the Bluetooth stuff. So like, honestly, your shop is a one-stop shop for any motorcycle or bike related needs or any motorcraft,
even
needs,
side by sides.
Yeah, so it's like
motorsport.
Do you have a lot of customers that just never heard of you and just go on Google and look for your shop and just pop in on you?
Yeah, that's mainly my clientele that come through the shop, and I love those people because they come in there and they know how it is, like going to a dealership, and getting those prices,
Right.
and then they come into my shop and they're like, hey, bro, like
They
this
feel
is a
taken
good
care of.
price.
They feel
Yeah.
taken care of.
They don't
like,
ask
yeah.
like, hey, can I get a hookup? Or, I'm like, hey, bro, it came out to like, $475. And they're like, they're not asking me, hey, could I get it for like 300?
Yeah. They're like, holy shit.
They're like,
this is-
oh, 375? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool, man. They're really happy with the service. And we kind of like, we ask people that like if they're satisfied with what we've done, if they could leave us, a Google review and stuff. So that kind of helps. And it's been a lot of help because I get a lot of calls and they'll be like, hey man, I looked you up on Google, you got good reviews and stuff. And there's a lot of people that like look that stuff up.
No,
But
100%. I think we all do it.
Yeah.
We all do it because there's you could even restaurants, anything. You're the first thing you do is when you look at it, you look at the reviews.
The reviews,
Yeah,
right?
the stars and stuff, and you're like, if it's like 2 stars, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really too savvy, as you know. I'm not too savvy with like internet and doing all that stuff. Like
you
looking
can
up
see
reviews
it.
and
You know what I'm
stuff.
saying? Like even if you look it up on like when you're looking up the address.
Honestly, I just me personally, I don't really pay attention to that stuff. Like I'll see the stars or whatever,
Yeah.
but like to actually go into like a business's reviews and look
Yeah.
at the reviews, like
I'm
there's
not.
more people than I would have thought that like do that.
Oh yeah, and and what's messed up about it too is it's more people that the people with the bad experience are more prone to actually leave a review because they want to complain about some shit. Not a lot of people leave the good reviews. So when you do have those good reviews, it's like, oh, okay, like this is a
Talks
good
a lot,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah, you know
Like,
what I'm saying?
all
It's a
right,
good
yeah, I
spot.
wanna go to
People
that
are
spot.
actually taking the time out to say good things. Nobody takes his time out to say, like, oh, this place really did a great job. Everybody's like,
quick to go over there.
yeah, everybody's always pissed off. They're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
rude there, blah, blah,
yeah, Yelp is the white man's snitch. Like
That's the first thing I say. Like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
leaving you a bad Yelp review, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had a
Cam's
bad
got 3
experience.
accounts.
Yeah,
He's like-
100%. I do. I'm not even playing. Fucking. So do you get a lot of support from the stunt community, or is it mostly because I know the stunt community? A lot of the guys, they know how to work on bikes and they try to do
Right.
their own bikes and stuff like that. But do you have a lot of people from the Los Angeles, SoCal area that come to your shop?
No, I wouldn't say that they do.
No?
No, I'd probably say that like I don't know, maybe people are intimidated by coming
they
to my
just cheap.
shop or
They
reaching
just
out.
cheap. That's what it is.
Huh?
Motherfuckers is just cheap.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what
all
it is.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cheap as hell.
No, I get it. You want to, but like I feel like my shop, my prices, they're reasonable. Like, I'm literally
Are you charging hourly rates or are you charging like by job?
So I'm charging like basically by the job.
Okay,
You
so
know what I mean?
that in
I have a
itself-
program, that basically gives me the list hours of what it takes to do the job. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
And a lot of the times you even short that program. Like you go,
Yeah.
I'll save you $20-30, what I
Yeah.
mean, off of what I'm supposed to be charging you type shit.
well, even with my labor rate,
Yeah.
I'm at like $100 an hour.
Whereas other shops are 100 plus.
Yeah, 125 is
120
like a
plus.
going rate, easy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe out here, but out there, fool, it's
Yeah.
like 150
Yeah.
for a sport bike and like 180 for like a Harley Davidson.
Oh yeah,
So-
they're up there.
So
And
when
people
I
don't realize when you start adding those hours up, it makes a really big difference.
It does.
That $25 is
It does.
a big difference on every hour.
when you doing like an 11-hour job, or even anything like it's 3 hours.
I mean, just like
it's $75.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like full stunt builds, from powder coating frame, we all know you got to take the motor out. So from that all the way up, you know what I'm saying? Like it all adds up big time.
Yeah.
And sometimes people forget too when you like, all right, like they just think that like, okay, like they're paying for their powder coat, but it's like, bro, I gotta take this bike apart. You know what I mean?
I think
and put it back together.
Completely.
powder coating
You know what I
has
mean?
powder coating has to be one of the most annoying jobs because not only you have to take this let's say you're doing a frame. Now you have to take the whole bike apart. Now you have to sandblast it, do it all the prep work, tape it off. I don't know if anybody's ever sat there and taped off these holes before.
Not at all.
It is the
Not my
most
problem.
yeah, it is the most annoying shit ever. That in itself can take 2-3 hours.
That's why
Then
I
you
would
gotta
take my shit
powder
to
it.
Doc's garage. Say,
Yeah.
yo, here's your problem,
Yep,
bro.
shout
Yeah.
out Docs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Then you gotta powder it, and then you're like, once it's done, you gotta hope that you didn't fuck it up.
Yo, meticulously put it back together.
Yeah,
without
exactly. You
scraping
don't
the
wanna
shit out of
scratch
a
it.
Brand new fucking candy powder coat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
So
'Cause, I
people,
mean,
people, especially because I remember when I had the shop in New York, Wheels, I used to charge. I was like, I think it was like $500. People are like, oh, what, 500? I'm like, dude, you know what kind of a crack deal that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of crackhead
And you're complaining about it?
Yeah, I'm like,
bro.
they're like, well, this guy's doing it for $100 a wheel. I was like, okay.
Bro,
I was
he's
like,
just powder coating over
he's
your
just
stock
powdering. Yeah, he's
colors.
powdering just the wheel. I'm like, I'm taking them off, taking the tires out, taking the bearings out, fucking prepping them, all this. I'm like, people are
Like, what do you
cheap.
mean? You don't got to take the
Almost
bearings
like,
out, bro.
Yeah, inconsiderate, ungrateful.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, I don't even want to do your shit no more, man. Get
So
it out of here.
do you do any like track prep or anything like that as far as like all the canyon carvers? Because I know you guys have a lot of canyon riders out there in SoCal and shit.
Yeah, but most of, the canyon riders, they don't really come. I'm just getting like basically like everyday commuters.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
There are a lot of motorcycles that ride every day in LA because of the traffic.
Yeah, and it's getting more and more.
Yeah.
More and more, like people are just grabbing a bike. Like I get a lot of customers, they're like, yeah, so I just picked up this bike, from the dealership and stuff. And it's funny, like you picked up the bike from the delership, but you're smart enough, you know what I mean, to come
Not
to
to go
my
in.
Yeah,
shop,
yeah.
you
You're
know
like,
what I mean? Like,
let me get the bike and get out of here.
yeah, let me get the bike and get out of here. Exactly. It's
Literally.
funny because one of the reasons why I opened up my shop is because I took my bike, over there to a dealership. I'm not gonna, mention what names or try to.
Yeah. We're not trying to get sued. We get that enough.
Yeah.
Cease and desist, baby.
Kawasaki already emailed me back, said, try me, motherfucker.
Yeah. You want to get in on that topic? Because, there's a lot of people that have stuff to say about the fucking, about their,
Bro, that was the most viewed video, the reel that we've posted so far.
yeah, I bet.
People are so mad about that shit. Like, you talk shit about Kawasaki.
Well, really just, no, it
Yeah.
was really,
Yeah.
really just one person who just felt like they had all the answers, but not enough to really actually.
But it's one
have
thing
a
to have
conversation
answers and
about
not
it.
solutions.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that they know it all. I basically, I got my shop because somebody told me, well, if you don't like it, you should open up your own shop. And
It's a great
like,
fucking
wow,
idea.
it's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what?
And I did it, and it's been I've had my trials and my errors and stuff, but as far as like everywhere where I feel like that I wanted to be treated how I wanted to be treated, that's what I'm trying to give out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
To my
Yeah.
customers and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, man, I remember dealing with something like this, and I don't want this customer to feel like that way. So, hey, bro, you know what? Let me do this for you, and just try to make it better, as a good businessman.
Right.
Yeah.
Do,
yeah.
do
your
make
best.
everything right. Yeah. And we don't have too many comebacks, you know what I mean? But there's been, over the years, there's been a couple, and I've gone out of my way to make sure that like, hey, bro, like we did this bike. Let me go over there. Let me go pick it up for you. You know what I'm saying? And the people that haven't given me the opportunity to fix my work or whatever, because it's not actually me doing the work. I've gone through plenty of mechanics, and it's just like, yeah, this is not working out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And everybody also, nobody's perfect. Because
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, like
it's human error sometimes.
I've worked in dealerships and I've seen people do some shit, and I'm like,
Whoa.
how you work here? Yeah, you work here. Like,
Yeah.
so
Who do you
it's-
know that owns this place?
Yeah,
How did
exactly.
you
Yeah.
get here?
And
Yeah,
that's-
because so nobody's perfect. So that I feel like a lot of people don't understand that either. Like,
Yeah.
some shit's bound to happen at some point, and as long as you're willing to take care of it.
or even too, because like I accept old bikes, bro. And shout out again to Piolín, man, because he fixes everything, bro. And that's what we offer. And sometimes when you fix one problem and and it'll be working fine and everything, we'll do a little test ride,
Yep.
but like I don't hop on the freeway, bro, and go take this thing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
down
yeah,
to the
yeah,
next
yeah.
city to see if it's working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you do fix something, like something else goes bad, because now that problem that we fixed it's working properly, and
Putting more strain on the next thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, man, like
A lot of people
don't understand that sometimes. And it's like, hey, bro, they're like, oh, I just paid $350 to, you know, get my carburetors cleaned and and now my bike's not starting. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you have an electrical problem.
maybe there's something else.
Something else that's going on. Like the bike is 30 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so I know I used to have this issue a lot. Do you have a lot of people that come in with their own parts already bought, wanting you to install
sometimes them? And sometimes it'll be the wrong part, and I offer that.
Or even because I've had people come in, they'll have like these eBay stator rectifiers, and I won't install them. And if I
ignitions,
the
$20 FRI ignition,
I'm like, I make them sign something like, hey man, if this doesn't work.
I try to give the customers that education, and before like I even get into that problem, I tell them like, hey, bro, look, if it's anything internal as far as motors or electrical, like you want to have OEM stuff,
right?
You know, it's like double the price or even sometimes triple at what you're looking at.
But there's a reason.
Saying? But exactly, like this stuff, like they make these things, you know what I mean? Like it's like knockoffs. I feel like it's just like knockoffs just to like get stupid people to buy them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And people want to. People want to save money. You know what I mean? But
they spend money in the long. They spend more in the long run.
They spend double, bro, because now you're paying for the work. You're paying for the part. And the part's only going to work for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And then they get mad at the shop. You know what I mean?
You didn't install it right, or maybe that wasn't right.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like it's difficult sometimes, you know. But we try to just remain positive and just be there for the people that, you know what I mean,
stay above the stupidity.
Right.
Stay above the stupidity. That's it.
So how long have you had your shop?
It's been about maybe 5.5, 6 years now.
6 years.
6 years.
I just
you knew the answer already. Shoot. Yeah.
Actually, found a picture of the first shop, and it said, "I'm working today at Kraze's shop," and it said 6 years ago.
Crazy, bro.
That's nuts. That's a long time of, you know what I mean, pushing the envelope.
And I don't know if, I think I've told you, but, you know, I really appreciated that, dude, that time that, you know, you spent over there with me, putting me up on game about stuff. Shoot, I still call you.
Yeah.
For stuff like, hey, yo,
I got your invoice too for this month. Fucking email that over to you. That's the thing. Like, we all got to take care of each other, and
knowledge is power, man.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'll let you know.
Exactly. And I don't claim to like know everything either. You know, I'm still a student and learning, whether it's like doing tricks or riding or fixing a bike or whatever. You know, I'm willing to take in, you know, knowledge and information and even be corrected.
Right.
You know what I mean? At times. And I think that's what, you know, what it should be about.
No, 100%.
As opposed to just thinking that you know it all and like, oh, my shop's the best shop. Or,
I feel like a lot of people are missing that in life in general.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like
if you're not willing to kind of be open,
you're not connected to your motorcycle if you don't put it together.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's funny.
On a bike in a desert. What the fuck?
On the side of the road or whatever it was. Oh man.
So another thing you're saying about your marketing team, MV Legal. So what is that basically?
So basically, we have our attorney Ramtin Sadighim. Shout out to him. He's basically a guy that is actually like respectable, and like I would put my name on. You know what I'm saying? And I vouch for him because I've seen what he's done for like my people and my friends and stuff. And it's kind of difficult because, you know, you have all these other, you know, firms or marketing companies or other attorneys trying to like just copy each other. And like, it's kind of annoying.
Right.
I get annoyed by it sometimes. My wife, you know, she calms me down. Oh, don't let it bug you, you know, and stuff. And it's just like, bro, we were just doing that. Yeah. Like, how are you going to try to like either step on our toes or even companies, you know, trying to like steal it? Yeah, like, bro, like, well, whatever. You know, you just always gotta be genuine and honest, and people will kind of like, you know, migrate to that. I feel like, and
so what do you guys do?
So we basically, you know, market for the attorney, and he's like one of our big sponsors, and we go out to events and pass out, you know, free merchandise, gear and stuff, gloves, shirts, little chapsticks and stuff like that. And just
chapsticks, yeah, chappy,
Yeah.
chappy lip.
I actually
people.
need some,
Lipped ass.
I actually need some of that chapstick right now. But of this hot ass weather out here,
Dry ass
bro.
lips.
Oh, yeah,
Jeez.
for sure.
Whose idea was that? Somebody, one of them, one of y'all was looking at somebody like, you know what? We should really start passing out some chapstick. 'Cause
Yeah.
Probably my fucking idea.
Chap ass lips, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really though, he's been like, "Hey, yo, you need to get this, you need to get that," and I'm like, "Bro, I want to get it." Boom,
Yeah.
boom. And he'll call me sometimes like, "Hey, bro, did you get that?" I'm like, "Bro, I've been busy." He's like, "Bro, you're lagging, dog." I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Dang, bro." So yeah,
So the lawyer basically does auto accidents, vehicle accidents, basically, right?
yeah, auto, motorcycle, slip and falls, dog bites, all that stuff.
And he's just in California.
He's in California, and he also has like a network. So,
Okay.
but just like us, like if somebody gets in an accident out here in Vegas, and you're like, "Yo, Kraze," or even like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to Vegas. I need a bike."
Right.
It's just the same type of community, but just in a legal aspect of it.
Okay.
We have like criminal as well, so like people who get involved with like
Need that.
yeah, like driving without a license or evading or stuff like that. So personal injury you don't have to pay for, but criminal you do.
Got you.
Yeah, and that's the
Well,
difference between.
They call me crime, and crime don't pay.
No, it doesn't. Hey, and that's one of the reasons too why I've like, I feel like I got a lot to lose now. I got my baby boys, and I feel like, man, if I get in trouble like in the streets and stuff, but don't get me wrong, like the streets are fun. Like
Right.
that's where I feel like it started, it originated, and like you got to kind of keep that flow.
Now
you know what I mean?
now we're considered dirtbags for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm guilty of being a dirtbag. You know what I mean?
Now you ride streets, you're a dirtbag.
Long story short, fucking. So you say you're more of a lots rider, basically. You do a lot of shows, I know, out in SoCal.
Try to
Like
try
as
to
far
get
as
it out.
origins and stuff like that. I know that's a pretty big hit for you guys out there. How often do you do that show?
So we do that probably about 6 times a year.
Okay.
And
Where do they do that at? Just in case people watching want to go check that out.
we do it at the raceways like Irwindale Speedway, Willow Springs, Kern County, Adelanto, little basically like raceways.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's been cool. And as far as being like a lot rider or a street rider, I feel like you have pushed me to be a more all-around rider.
Yeah.
As
I
you should
remember-
be. As you should. I feel like
remember
that's
him clowning me, telling him, like, yeah, all right, like, let me see. I was always trying to do something to like tell him like, hey, yo, look, did you see that? He's like, all right, yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool,
cool.
but let me see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see something different.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
one thing anybody that's around me will tell you.
yeah.
I am the guy that will push your fucking limits.
Yeah.
Some
for
people,
sure.
some people might think it's like hater, but it's you
Nah,
really, just
not
really,
at all.
just, yeah, you just really want to see
I
everybody
want
do
to see you doing
better.
better than me, which is
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
good. It's like good criticism. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like he's like talking shit, but like at the same time, like, well, if you don't know him, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, like he's a hater, da da.
Yeah.
But like this is my bro, so like him telling me that, I'm just like, all right, like I see what I need to do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Get it right. Like you've been telling me about my freaking endos, and like literally, like when I go to the lots now, like I at least do a couple endos to try to like.
Yo, you know
get
what's
'em.
crazy?
Like,
You know,
all right, I practiced on them. You know what I mean? I ain't got them, but
yeah, you know what's crazy? I haven't heard somebody say, and I used to say endos like
endo.
for the longest time, and then like
What do you call
every-
it? Nose wheelie?
yeah, everybody was
No,
stoppies,
really?
stoppies.
Oh my God.
Everyone
Bro,
called.
you heard that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but everybody called them stoppies, and now it's like when they first came out, they were called endos.
Well, I blame that on Jesse and fucking Rodney for the Stoppy School. That's
yeah,
why,
everybody
you know what
kind
I'm
of called them stoppies, but
Yeah.
the original name for it was endos, and
Yeah.
the fact that you said that, I was like, oh shit, like,
That's how you know we're old as fuck.
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
old.
I am coming
So
up on
what?
that.
So what do you like better? You like lots or you like streets?
I like both, bro. I literally like both to like be able to, cause like what I learned in the lots, I could literally bring it to the streets because like I learned streets first, and then I started learning lots and doing more technical acrobatic stuff in the lot.
Yeah.
And now when I go on the streets, I could bring some of those tricks to the street.
As you should.
My motto is you can always take a lot rider to the streets, but you can't take a street rider to the lot.
Nah, that's not true.
It is
That's
fucking
not
true.
true. There's
Hell
I've
yeah.
seen. You know how many
Give a
times I've seen.
motherfucker a
You know
small-
how many times I've seen lot riders come to the street
And,
and
just be hella like
all over the place.
sloppy, bro.
They're just
Still
straight
fucking
seat
doing
stander.
tricks.
Yeah.
They're all
They're still
seat
doing
stander.
tricks. Take a fucking street rider to the lot and watch that motherfucker try to do a circle.
I mean,
He's
you're
hitting
right.
the wall.
You're right, but that's why
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
right.
like you're right on that. But it's also
And this
think it
lot's
go-
not big enough. I need more fucking room to do my straight line shit.
yeah.
yeah. But
I've heard
then,
Go
that.
to the Henderson lot.
but
It's
then
not
you get
big
but
enough.
then you get the lot riders. Oh, these streets are terrible. I can't do nothing.
Right,
I'm all
there's
over the
cracks in
place. and
streets,
yeah.
potholes.
Don't
Like
you fucking disrespect
roll over that
lot
shit.
riders, damn it.
Fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we're dirtbags.
Yeah.
I guess we're dirtbags.
we should have a little
Yeah, ding, yeah. Oh, fucking lot ride. You guys nothing bunch of fucking loiterers and trespassers anyways.
Yeah.
Well, you're not
I'd rather have
better
a-
than
I'd
us.
rather have a loitering ticket than an evading ticket.
Well, I mean, that's if you get the invading
Bro,
ticket.
but
You
you
didn't do
don't have-
good. You didn't do a good job at evading. Now, did you?
But literally, you don't have to like you don't literally have to do a wheelie in the street. You could just be riding
you could
regular
just be chilling.
and not be breaking any laws. Just
Yeah.
because you're riding streets doesn't make you. a
Yeah. Now you
dirtbag,
sitting
know?
in that lot that's not yours. You're
That's
trespassing.
automatic. Yeah, right when you step into that lot.
Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Lot riders. You guys are a bunch of fucking
I'm a fucking
dirtbags.
squatter, all right? Chill the fuck out.
You guys are a
Now
bunch
you're
of
squatting.
dirtbags.
Squatting lots.
Squatting lots. We're squatting in the lot today. Pull up at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's important to just basically know both.
Yeah,
you
try
know,
to be a well-rounded
aspect.
rider.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have pushed me to be that like well-rounded rider. You know, I don't have all the tricks in the lots, nor do I have all the tricks in the streets, but I feel like I'm able to like
We know you can't
Be all
film for
around.
shit in the streets.
oh shit. That's 100, huh?
You ever see Kraze out with his
Anyways.
phone?
Anyways.
Pull away.
No.
Run.
Anyways.
Run. Run like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That was a very difficult time getting through that, bro. That was probably one of the like
Are you
worst
still
times
dealing
of
with
my
that
life.
whole situation?
For the most part, it's pretty much over. You know, my insurance, you know, kind of basically took care of it and stuff and everything. It just tripped me out on how my information, you know, got out there and stuff. I'm a little hurt by that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From the community, like whoever, you know, did that.
Yeah. So what do you if anything in that situation, what do you think could have been avoided to be able to keep you a little bit safer? So that way it doesn't happen to anybody else.
Besides looking forward.
if you're not a filmer, like, you know, boom, and actually know how to just stay in your place and be the stunt rider and get
Do three
filmed.
things at
Yeah.
once.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like, man, I'm always aware. I'm always like, you know, looking back. I try to,
Yeah.
you know, be aware of my surroundings. But it's kind of something that, like, bro,
There's a lot
like,
going on.
there's a lot going on, and it's like it could happen to anybody, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like I never would have thought that like something like that would happen to me, you know. And when it did, it took me for, you know, a surprise, and I was just like I said, man, I was just grateful that I had the people there at the time of my accident to help me out. You know, Steffi, she got in the car with me. Shout out to her. She held my leg because it was just I broke my femur, and you know, it was
That's a
tough
hard bone to
situation.
break.
The toughest bone too, bro.
Yeah, and they were trying to get me too for like evading not evading, but leaving the scene of an accident. And it's like, bro, I got transported to the hospital.
Yeah, I went
Like,
right to
I'm
that.
not,
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to leave nothing. And they're like, oh, well, the guy got pictures of you, you know, getting in the car and not saying anything. I'm like, bro, what am I? If the guy was right there taking pictures, like, he should have fucking went over there to see if I was all right.
Yeah, yeah. Ask
know
if
what I
I'm
mean?
okay first. you
Yeah,
know?
bro. Like, and I would have gave him my number. Like, I wasn't trying to hide or anything, but
Yeah.
like I said, I was talking about earlier, you know, it's kind of upsetting that, you know, they actually pursued personal injury against me when, you know, they were in a car, I was on a bike.
Right.
You know, was it my fault? I mean,
Don't say it. It's incriminating.
no, that's what I was gonna say. I mean,
Could be.
that's up to, you know, them to decide.
Right.
But I feel like it just it shouldn't have happened.
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
it's your life over, you know, like, okay, like I got to make sure that I'm okay first. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I'm gonna get myself. If I have to get to the hospital, I'm gonna get to the hospital. And if this is the fastest way, I'm not waiting on the ambulance. Like if my friend can take me,
And that's one thing about us stunt riders. Like whenever somebody crashes, I think we're like ants. You know what I mean? We're like, first thing we do, get the bike. Second thing, we get the person. If they're hurt, fucked up, cool.
Yeah.
We find a car. Because I remember Kilo G at ROC when he crashed. Like there was hella traffic. These fools picked up Kilo and just threw him in some random lady's fucking car. Like literally, they picked him up. His legs, like right above his ankle, bone was sticking out, and they opened up the trunk of her SUV, threw Kilo in the truck, gave her a couple $100 and told her like, "Yo, just take him to the fucking hospital." And 99% of the time, people would be like, "All right," you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want this fool to die in my car. You see what I'm saying? But like,
I'm now part of this.
right, exactly. But you know, a lot of the times, like when we crash, you know, if the person's able, they're gonna jump back up. One, to not get hit by another bike. Two, to make sure that their bike didn't hit anybody else and nobody else is injured. And three, to keep the fucking shit going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Last thing we want to do is go to a hospital. The other
Yeah.
thing we don't want to do is hurt somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or damage any other property. And the third thing, we want to make sure that we can all get home to our families.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
like
so let me ask you this while we're on this subject of like streets and lots and, you know, injuries. Where do you think you've seen the worst injuries at? Because, for instance, like we have a homie that he just came home a couple of days ago.
oh yeah, Tyler. Shout
Tyler.
out to Tyler. Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, like I've
was gnarly.
so
sheesh.
I'm gonna be honest. Like for me personally, and again, this is not. But a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's saying streets are safer." I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've seen the worst injuries in the lots because the bikes are falling on you. You know, like I don't. I'm like maybe you guys have different opinions.
Hell
At different.
no.
No.
I've never seen
What?
anybody die in the lot.
I've never seen anybody die in the street.
I
On a
have.
wheelie. I mean, like I'm
I
talking
have.
about like stunt riding, not fucking like.
Head-on collisions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking-
but that's like commuting.
Yeah, but that's like
dangerous.
Yeah,
We all
like,
know
you
that.
can fucking you can
Commuting's-
get hit by a bus in a car. Like that's different. I'm talking
Yeah.
about actual stunt riding.
That's still streets. There were way more opportunities to get fucked up in the streets.
What we're talking about
I'm talking about
stunt rides.
motherfucking wheelies, bro. I'm talking
Yeah.
about in a wheelie.
It's
Have
the
you
same
seen somebody bust their ass in
Yeah.
the worse in the
It's the same
streets or
shit.
in the motherfucking lot? Is what I'm saying.
I'm screaming into
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
mic.
See, what?
I'm screaming into the mic.
Bro, I get excited. All right,
Streets
just
are
because you out
streets.
here with your little Barry White voice talk. You heard before when you was talking to Mike, you was all whispering and shit, like you
We
like
can't
you
even
talking,
hear
like
you
you,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah, like you
whispering
talking
to
to your
Mike.
girl or some shit. Like, yo, use that boom chest. Yeah,
There you go.
whatever. But yeah, no, I don't. So me personally, I've seen some pretty fucked up accidents.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we've all seen it. Whether the
A
streets
lot.
a lot, you know, bike riding, stunt riding, regardless what it is, it's all. I feel like it's all dangerous.
Everything we do is
you know?
dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you could be driving in your car, bro, and get hit. And,
Yeah.
you know, have a fatal. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like like in the streets, I feel like if you bust your ass, you kind of have enough speed where like you and the bike kind of like separate, and then like
as opposed to the lot.
the lot, like it just you fall, it falls right on you. Like
See,
back
like
to
one
slow
thing is,
stuff.
as far as stunt riding, one thing that we all learn is how to crash.
hell yeah,
You see what
Yeah,
I'm
tuck
saying?
and roll,
for
baby.
that. Tuck
Like,
and roll.
tuck and roll, baby.
You're going over the
Football,
bars,
yeah.
and you curl up in a fetal position and just roll with that shit. You know, as far as like riding in the streets, you don't really get much of a fast enough reaction time to be able to like, all right, cool, I'm rolling. Fuck, I just got hit by another bike. Fuck, here's a bus coming type shit. You see what I'm saying? Whereas like
Yeah.
a lot, you don't got to worry about getting hit by somebody.
Nah,
else.
you just got to worry about your cage blowing through your leg and almost losing
Yeah,
your leg.
yo.
bro,
yeah.
that's.
Just-
Yeah.
I was like, oh my.
You seen the
gosh.
picture? Yeah.
And the
I don't know
video,
if we
too.
can even. I don't think we can even post that on the.
I know, like I know certain times, like I know that he posted some stuff and it like Facebook
Yeah.
like blurred it out.
I'm gonna post it on Instagram because it like
That was gnarly, bro.
it was bad. So for those of you that don't know, my boy Tyler, he was doing a sit down wheelie, and he got the. How did he even come back
So
from?
okay, so from what it sounded like from the video, it sounded like he pulled clutch and coasted a little bit.
And then let it out.
And when he went to go for the second rev, I think he let out. I think he let off the clutch, and then it looped, hit the bar. He slid off, and then the bike just just fell over, and his leg was there, so the cage went straight to his leg.
Oh man.
So it's like, and if you guys seen,
Kind of like the same like Chizzy's too, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Chizzy
Yeah.
was Chizzy was circling, pancaked, and then or whatever. I don't even remember.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler and a speedy recovery on that, man.
Yeah. I know
That's-
he was
ugh,
stressing
that
about it.
hurts, bro.
Yeah,
I was looking at the picture. I was like, oh
yeah,
man.
the picture is when I first seen it. I kind of put the phone down. I was like, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my.
And for those that don't know, Tyler's leg was pretty much blown out. Like
Yes.
it exploded.
It blown the
from
fuck
the
out.
bottom of the knee all the way down to the top of the ankle. Like you could see.
It was like falling out.
Yeah,
It-
all
Yeah.
meat, tendons, fat, like
Yeah.
everything. Like
was
luckily that they were able to one save his leg, be able to do a skin graft on him, and
Yeah.
get all that poison and stuff out. And it sounds like he's healing all right. Because
Yeah.
I've my best friend Renee, he had that same incident at WCC back in like I want to say 2018.
Yeah.
Where somebody was doing a stoppie in front of him and he was riding a Grom and CHP was behind him and he chirped and he ran into the back of this dude doing a stoppie and he broke his whole tibia, fibula, I don't know, the bottom of the leg where your hamstring is. But he broke that and fucking like it was healing at first and then they had to chop off his foot and then his shin was not healing. It was starting to get gangrene, so they cut off below the knee. So like it's one thing that a lot of riders end up losing their legs. Like that's pretty not I don't want to say typical to happen, but it's one of the most common accidents that happen to us is leg injuries.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're wearing fucking shin guards or none of that kind of shit.
I mean,
That wouldn't
it's gonna help. It's gonna help.
Hell, yeah, it'll help. But I mean, think about it. If he would have had shin guards on, trying to take those shin guards off.
Well, depending
I
on
mean,
what kind of shin guard.
And depending on who was cutting them off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was paramedic cutting them off, boom, boom, they have.
And like one thing that I asked when they actually hit me up, I was like, did you guys call the ambulance to the lot? Because like I said, we throw people in vehicles and get them the hell out of here instead of waiting 10, 15 minutes for an ambulance to show up where you could already be at the hospital. That one. And two, like you're going to lose that lot because now there's an accident report.
Or not only that, if you take too long, you might lose your leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when the inside of your leg is on the outside, I don't think you worry about the fucking lot anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yo, honestly, the first thing that's coming through, their mind is like, I really don't want to lose this lot for you guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk it off.
I'm gonna walk it off.
You know,
I got this. I'm gonna drive myself. Somebody
Yeah.
load the bike up.
That was my biggest fear during my accident. I was like, oh man, I hope I don't lose my leg.
Yeah,
because that feeling, bro, like I'm telling you, like
just limp.
It was just like I was like, oh man, and then I really started panicking, bro. I was like, oh man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, man, bro. But yeah, shout out to everybody that helped me out over there. You know what I'm saying? It was
shout out to the people that lose the limbs and come back because you got like
it takes a lot.
My boy Rev Limiter Mo.
Mo's a
That
beast.
motherfucker. All right.
The only motherfucker allowed a handbrake on everything. So
Yeah, 100%. And let me tell you, when he came back, he came back.
Yeah,
he's
10 times
he's
harder.
got it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I like every time seeing him ride now, not only because like all right, like he's got one leg, whatever, like,
Right.
but his style with it.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
the style, and
he does.
Because it is very mentally challenging to come back after that, bro. Like going through the pain, going through everything. Like,
dude,
Rehab, all that.
I felt like I didn't want to ride anymore, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, like, you
kinda-
know what? Maybe this is just too much. Like, bro, I've never crashed like that.
I mean, especially having a family, that you have to provide
Yeah.
for,
Yeah,
and,
bro, and that's
bills
what-
to pay and stuff like
just
that.
flashed through my head, bro. I was just like, what, bro? This is wild. Like, I can't believe this is happening to me right now.
Like Tommy said, it's definitely a make or break situation where you're either gonna come back or you're not, and there's nothing wrong with like you just lost a limb.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
Like that's a traumatic experience. You feel me? So like anybody that can come back from that, much power and respect to you. So what was your rehab like after your whole fib break?
Oh, it's femur.
Femur, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
The tib and fib are below the knee, and then you got the femur up there. I actually didn't know that, but
Thank you,
now
doctor.
I do because I
now
went
you
through
figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I was out for probably about 6 months. I was back walking like after a month, I want to say, or a month and a half.
And that's crazy because like back in the day, I remember those used to be like a 6-month
Yeah.
downtime type.
Yeah,
shit,
but the surgeries and the procedures, like they've gotten so good at this stuff, bro,
Right.
that like you're able to, like, I mean, you remember when the doctor was like, "Yo, bro, like you'll be walking like
Yeah.
next week. Like what?
Yeah, because I was at the hospital. I stopped going to the ride. I quit the ride, and I found out this guy crashed, and I finally found out where he was. I went to like 2 different fucking hospitals trying to find his ass. And then, I was sitting in the waiting room. You know, they were doing X-rays on him, and the doctor's like, "Yeah, he's gonna probably be walking next couple of days." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what? How?
What the- yeah, what the-
All right.
he was telling me like
So he was
this-
being dramatic, is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
He's being a little
like,
dramatic.
dude, chill the
He's
fuck
fine?
out. You're fine. you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but you know, it's definitely, you know, like I said, this guy's like my brother, so it was definitely a kick in the nuts to hear that he went down on a ride that all of us are on, you know, and especially in the middle of the freeway. So
And what's crazy, bro, is, you know, for the record, I wasn't trying to like I wasn't worried about any of that. I was worried about getting to the hospital.
right,
Like it's not like I got up and walked off. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, I got carried. You know what I mean? In transported
yeah,
to the hospital. So it's not like I was trying to leave. But what really hurt me by the community and everything is like when I went down, bro, it was almost like everybody just wanted to like get Instagram famous or something. Like
start
I
posting
just felt-
videos
I
and
felt
pictures.
Because they were
disrespected.
posting.
I felt
Yeah,
I felt like, bro, like, don't you know, like what it is, like,
Right.
bro, you know, like everybody just wanted to start
People want-
reposting it like fanboys and shit. It's
Right.
just like,
Everybody wants
bro.
that viral video.
Yeah,
Everybody
and it's just
wants
like,
that.
bro, like, what are you doing? You
It's-
know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's part of the reason why, like, I got caught up and
Right.
everything. You know what I mean? And I did actually have somebody snitch on me.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that somebody actually talked to the driver of the vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and gave him all my information. And
Do we know who that is?
Well, it wasn't there that time. That's.
I was gonna say, do we know who it is?
I'll keep that confidential.
We keep it confidential for now, but we
Yeah,
could
but
ban
just
that
know
ban that
that-
motherfucker from the.
Just know it's gonna come back. It's gonna
Yeah,
come back,
good.
and it's
As
gonna.
it should.
Yeah, it's gonna be revealed, and but yeah, like I said, I just felt kind of like disrespected by the community, you know, that I'm in, like, you know, and what I do. I feel like, man, maybe they shouldn't have put that, because I know better. You know what I mean? Like we know
Yeah.
better. Like, well, you know, you at least talk to the guy and be like, hey, dog, is it cool if I throw this up? You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
out of respect,
Yeah.
homies. Like,
and
you
that's
know
it.
what I
Like
mean?
I know a lot of people who be like, "Cam posts a lot of crashes." Yeah, because you post them first. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I'm-
Like,
yeah, I'm
or
reposting.
actually,
Yeah.
you'll get
I'll reach
that
out.
sent
Yeah,
by
exactly.
the actual person.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? And
And I've
yeah.
never posted anybody fucking dying. Fucking, that's the last thing I want my mom
Yeah,
to see
no.
on social
Right,
media. You
right.
know, it's like scrolling and they're like, "Wait, that's my fucking son." Like, how are you gonna take videos of
Like
your
Yeah.
son
I said,
down the
everybody
road?
wants that viral video, and it's like, bro, are you that much of a like
Yes,
loser
people.
that you just
They're
you
really.
know what I mean? Like,
Dude, when we said this in the last episode, there's this content creating stuff has gotten so out of hand that these
Right.
people will literally do anything they can just to get that next viral video.
I feel like it's just
and
disrespectful.
You're just it's disrespectful, and it's disgusting on how
It is, bro.
how far people push just to get that view.
Couple-
that
yeah.
couple
view.
hundred
Like,
views.
come on, man.
To be like insta famous.
Yeah, it's
Like, what,
disgusting.
bro?
It's like, come on, man. Like you guys really forget like if this
There's
if
life.
They
Instagram.
forget the community that they're in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like if
almost
Instagram.
against
If
code.
Yeah.
yeah, if Instagram was to shut down tomorrow, like you guys would all still be the same loser that you are. Just
dirtbag.
yeah,
dirtbags.
yeah, let's get that right on that dirtbag.
Yeah, dirtbag.
You know, but man, come on, like people, you guys got to do better. Because
So,
Use your head, man. You know
what happened with your bike? Like, what was the total damage of your bike?
It was basically a total loss. It was a total loss, and I was able to buy it back and then get a frame from Billy Badass, and basically I took off what was salvageable,
Right.
and I
it's rebuilt.
my new bike now.
And not
Yes.
even the other Rider Legend, someone ran into you too, right?
Yeah, it always seems like the Ride of the Legends, bro. Like,
Rocco's fucking with you.
bro, literally, he's poking at me and
Yeah.
shit. Shout out to Rocco. Today's his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Rocco, Street Nation.
Yeah, man.
Bro, 6 years? No, 7 years.
Lost the
7 years, we lost a real one.
man, and I feel like the scene hasn't been the same, since we lost Rocco and Capone. Especially, it was a big hit for us because those are the people that were out there like doing stuff for the
Yeah.
community.
Right.
And like those were the people that were holding the community like
to a higher standard.
yes.
Yeah. I remember I just seeing Capone when he posts those long
haircuts.
Yeah.
Oh, he would elaborate in
and,
detail, bro.
and he'll go in. He wasn't afraid to go in on like
yeah,
certain
he
people.
didn't
and be
care.
like,
He was like, bro, I'm gonna say what it is because
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know.
yeah.
Now, too many people are worried about what other people have to say, and I think that's what's
That's why we're doing
watering
this. 'cause
down.
We don't give a fuck what nobody else.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely don't give a shit, and
Yeah.
people are not liking it.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh well,
They
bro.
watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but we do get some negative feedback a little bit. Some people are not happy with like how like
hey, bro. Oh
come out.
well, change
Yeah.
channel. You know what I mean?
Welcome.
Like,
Yeah.
if you
No,
don't like
100%.
what you see, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean, it's just it's kind of like
or calling them out on their shit. People don't really like that.
yeah, maybe it's
know?
hitting too home for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
if they're
yeah.
just like feeling guilty and shit. They're like,
Yeah.
talk about me, like I
Whatever.
don't like them, and just
Yeah.
become a hater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Don't even know why.
Or come
Don't
on,
even know
or
why.
come on and have that debate with us, man. I'm not.
Yeah,
we're
if
not-
you
we're not
ever
afraid
if
to
you ever want to debate a topic,
come
feel
catch
free
these
to
hands.
send me a message. And I'll,
catch these hands.
feel free
Bro.
to shoot us a message, and we will get you on here if you ever had a
100%.
debate.
If you feel like you have something to say that you don't agree with that we say, are you yelling at me again? Okay, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but Boom constantly yells at me throughout this podcast. on the
'Cause he's
back
little.
seat. Like I'll move the mic and it makes a squeak noise, and I look
Hey,
up.
Boom wants perfection.
I look up and he's ready to fucking choke me. And now he's just yelling at me, "This is your camera, by the way." Sorry.
But yeah, if you ever want to debate, argue, feel free to send me a message, and I'll let you know next time we film, and we will have you call in because I don't feel like having you at my fucking house. But
Yeah.
you can call in and we can debate, because that's one thing that, like I said, we started this whole channel to do is debate on
Controversial.
Here we go again.
We
Yeah.
can't play. Here it is. Here it is.
Controversial debate.
controversial topics. You know, like we did the fuel pump thing and people were confused about that. We did the Instagram reels where it's like, why do you care? Some dude actually said, yo, when does stunt news become stunt police? Motherfucker, we ain't the fucking
Somebody said
police.
that. Somebody said that.
We ain't the fucking police, bro. We're giving our opinion. And surprisingly, a lot of people agree with our opinion. And that's why the one reason why people respect us, because a lot of us are on the same wavelength. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A lot of you aren't, but that's fine. And that's okay because we're all different. And that's what makes the stunt community so fucking much better, is because we're all different. We all
We're all
have our own
different until
opinions.
we use the same Instagram.
Yeah, once
song.
you use the same fucking song,
then
we
you're just
see
the
you.
same one.
we
Yeah,
see
we
you. You know, no, we're not setting a standard for anybody.
Yeah,
we're
it's
just trying to make the community better, not hear the same song as we're scrolling down
Yeah.
fucking Instagram.
Or expose people for what they are.
Yeah, like pieces
Yeah,
of shit.
Pieces of shit that they're.
We'll get a cease and desist
Oh
real quick.
man, bro.
So yeah, your Cali was destroyed.
Yes.
You also have a Harley, right?
Yeah, I recently got.
Did that come with the assless chaps?
No, I bought those separate.
Sold separately?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So what the hell made you want to get a Harley?
Yeah, and there's only so many things you can do on that damn thing.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of limit. It does limit.
Unless you put
your,
a handbrake on
ability-
it.
Oh yeah, if you throw a handbrake on a Harley,
Yeah, on a
it's
Harley.
like bro, how? So
Stupid.
we're cheating on fucking street bikes too.
yeah.
It's like,
Well-
bro, you know what? Like how I feel. If you have the tools to be able to go and do a job easier, how is that cheating?
Yeah.
Like, bro, if you know what I mean, like, I'm not gonna take construction tools to like, you know, a carpentry job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they make things
purposely for that. Yeah.
yeah, like so you can do other things, like or make that job easier. You know,
Or
what I'm
just
saying?
safer, because that's really what it is. The handbrake is just so that you can come back down from it balances you
Yeah.
out. If you can't use a handbrake, just say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not
Well,
capable of
that's the
using
one
it, just-
thing that I say in the comments every time. It's like, yo, everybody that hates doesn't know how to use one.
yeah, no, 100%. Like it's
That's my thing on the fucking whole Harley fucking handbrake shit. So why did you get a Harley?
So
we're recording, right?
I got a Harley because I wanted to be a brother.
How do you say brother in Spanish?
Oh, hermano.
Hermano.
Yeah. No, I actually got the Harley because I started doing these shows and stuff like that, and I felt like it would probably be beneficial to what I was trying to push and what I'm trying to do as far as like doing these shows and stuff. And I felt like Harley Davidson, like, you know, the dealerships and stuff, they'd be more inclined to hire us if I had a Harley as opposed to a sport bike.
Right.
And
You'd be a brother then.
because I'd be a
This
brother.
guy's a brother now.
Well,
He seems all right.
yeah, he seems all right.
None on that
drives a
crotch
Harley.
rocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Crap.
No, yeah. And also just, you know, to kind of change up like what I was trying to pursue as far as, you know, I wanted to do a collaboration with sport bikes, dirt bikes, and Harley Davidson.
Okay.
It's been my dream for a long time. I have a bag, you know,
Airbag,
landing
air ramp,
bag, yeah, and we got ramps and stuff, and kind of wanted to do like just a crazy kind of like all bike,
like a nitro circus type thing.
yeah. But well, even Nitro Circus doesn't have sport bikes,
Yeah.
nor do they have Harleys.
Right. But they have
So-
crazy like kid carts and
Yeah,
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 they
you know,
got
it,
yeah, like the like
it was
the-
something, you know,
Right.
in that like kind of genre of like how I wanted just to kind of put everything together, and I feel like even still now, like nobody's doing that.
right.
And that's one of my dreams, you know. So if anybody that's out there watching this, you know, and you guys want to, you know, pitch in on a party,
Right.
hit us up, man. Let us know.
No.
But yes, the Harley Davidsons, I feel like you know, they blow a lot of smoke. You know, they're high torque, you know, machines, and everybody just goes crazy, bro. When you have that Harley smoke, it's just like, wow.
I mean, they're all 50 and up usually at the shows, the ages.
Yeah.
Well, the shows that we're doing with Origins, we're trying to collab. You know, me and Chris, we're basically trying to collab something with, you know, the drift and like exotic car scene
Uh-huh.
with the biker community. And we felt like that would kind of help each other out, you know, like
Right.
scratch his back, scratch our back, what we're trying to
All the
pursue.
guys love scratching each other's backs.
Yeah.
I mean,
They really.
just depend on how hard of a day you've had.
Yeah, yeah.
How much oil's in the garage on the ground?
Yeah, right. No, but yeah, the Harley Davidson's been fun. And the reason why I didn't get a Dyna is because I just thought that the bagger looked that much more like
A wow factor.
tough.
It's a
Yeah.
wow factor.
But riding my bagger now, it's like, damn, this motherfucker is just so heavy, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like I want to get a Dyna that way I could just
Throw
play
around.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very, very like difficult to be riding a bagger and doing those types of tricks on what, a 800
Yeah, they're
bike. Like
heavy as shit.
it's really heavy, and when you drop it, you're like,
Yeah, you gotta really muscle that
Hey,
thing
yo,
up.
come help me out.
Yeah.
Pick this fucking thing up. Big old fucking boat. But yeah, as opposed to like the bagger wheelies and the Dyna wheelies, I just think that the bagger looks hard.
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Right.
like a Mini Cooper doing a wheelie. That's what it, that's what it
Literally.
looks like.
Like a big old boat. Bro,
Yeah.
you know, on two wheels. Yeah, but it's been fun learning the different type of positioning that you need to be on that big thing.
Was it a hard crossover?
Doing the Larrys, I mean, you get used to it because if you already know the fundamentals of like wheeling and stuff like that, it's kind of easy to just, man, this guy, fucking his first time, fucking riding the Harley, remember,
Yeah.
bro? You were hand dragging and shit.
Yeah,
You're like,
shit,
oh,
it's
this
4
is-
days. I did everything on a Harley that these guys are doing.
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? You know,
No, nobody's special.
Nobody.
Nobody's so don't.
I ain't shit.
Yeah.
I
You
ain't
special, my boy. You special.
shit.
man.
Ed. Have you been invited to the Brawl, that Harley competition?
No, they haven't invited me. I think you need a
Good luck.
personal
Good luck.
invite.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I think you need a personal invite to that.
Yeah.
But I've been to Drifter Cross.
Drift across?
Yeah, I did the Drifter Cross. Shout out to them for trying to organize that and get everything situated. Sly Fox and them.
Mm.
It's pretty cool what they're trying to push, and they have a lot of big companies behind them trying to do this, and they're trying to integrate not just Harleys, but they're trying to bring the sport bike scene on it as well, which I thought was like, man, that's cool
Yeah.
for them to do that because they don't have to, you know what I mean? They're just trying to bring the community together and do that stuff and make like organized, you know,
Chaos.
sanctioned chaos. Yeah.
So, do you plan on putting a handbrake on your Harley?
I wouldn't be like,
Opposed to it.
yeah, exactly. Like if it comes, it comes. You know what I mean? Like I would not want to put one on just because of what everybody else says.
Well, I mean, the thing is too. I feel like you also are a stunt rider, so it's like
It's kind of yeah.
you
it's
can, like,
what
if-
else am I gonna do on this damn thing? Like it honestly would make it funner.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like if you really want to, then you could just kind of if you want to do handbrake stuff, you can kind of jump on your Cowie and just do whatever.
yeah.
You know, a lot of the Harley guys that are so against handbrakes, they only do just their foot brake stuff. They only do just the Harley, and that's it. So it's
Which
like,
is cool, but like at a certain point, like don't you get tired of that? You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like doing the same
Same shit.
Same
over and
shit.
over.
It's like how many times are you gonna like just
burn out,
hand drag and
burn out,
burn
hand,
out?
yeah, burn out,
Yeah,
hand drag.
like bro,
Crazy
like,
Larry, burnout. Crazy Larry, burnout, hand
the
drag.
tire goes so fast. The tire
Yeah.
goes so fast on that thing. I'm like, bro, I could like literally go a couple sessions like on a sport bike.
Yeah, yeah, using the whole tire. Yeah,
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, you could throw it in fourth, you know, and burn out pop that tire.
Right.
But like literally, like you could have
you got more time with
long
it.
time.
Yeah, you got more time with it.
That's like me with the 10. Like when I have the extended on it, I'm like, fuck, I got to change the damn tire. Like I can't.
Why you
Fourth
did
gear
stuff
roller.
with it? You did
Yeah, I
stuff
do
with the
stunts
10?
with it.
Really?
Where's
With
your
the 10?
extended 1000?
Where? Oh, it's
Oh, okay, shut the
yeah,
fuck up.
Okay.
Do we have any video of that? Of you doing any?
No, because he never really did it.
I don't ride.
He never really did
I
it.
don't ride.
He'll post on it, like he'll say like, "Oh, I have an extended ZX10," but really he just
I'm kind of a big
Oh,
deal.
I got it. Or he'll be keyboarding it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, yeah. I
yeah.
did this today.
Hey, you know what I have? I have an extended ZX10.
I just play, bro.
These motherfuckers.
Nah,
He never
yeah.
did shit with it. The most he
that's-
does, is get rear-ended by Boom and then go home.
Oh,
Yeah, 100%. And then the next day get rear-ended by
There goes
Tommy.
love, love.
Same shit.
That's the most he's ever done with that shit.
Same shit.
That couple fast wheelies, you know.
Yeah, but it's weird because you use your handbrake when you're doing your front brake when you're doing Crazy Larry's.
Oh.
That's
That
weird
was
as shit.
one time.
No, I don't
One
think
time.
so.
That was one time. And my shit's stock.
That's even worse.
Stock fucking.
That's even worse.
No, it's not. It's easier
Yeah,
to do it on an extended swing arm. Everybody
Exactly.
knows
That's
that.
what I'm saying. I don't got to use a fucking front brake.
Yeah,
my
because
feet
you're
touch the ground.
extended, so
My
it's
feet
this-
touch the ground, little
You're
man.
just
Shit.
Hey, on the Harley Davidsons,
Suck.
to kind of elaborate on that, like, bro, it is so easy to do Larry's. Like,
Yeah.
it is like extremely just like, bro, I had
mean
to
sideways?
adjust myself.
You mean it's not hard to do stuff on a Harley? Oh my
You mean
god!
those expensive ass Groms?
I mean, look,
You're gonna have everybody.
There is
uproar.
there is a certain type of skill set to do stuff like on any bike or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, to do like Larry's on a Harley Davidson as opposed to a sport bike,
Yeah,
like, bro, like it's two different things.
really.
You know what I mean? And even the drifting.
Who would have
like-
thought?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm
Not
just
the
saying.
Harley
As an
riders.
experienced
Yeah.
person that has both bikes and rides both bikes.
You
Like,
guys-
bro,
you guys
like-
ever see that South Park episode?
I've seen a lot of South Park
with
episodes.
with the Harleys, and they have the definition of a faggot, and it's the Harley riders. Listen, we're gonna have to cut that in at some point, and we'll add it in. There's an episode, and they're like definition of a faggot. It's like, and it's a Harley rider.
Oh, whoa.
And then every time they get mad, they start making Harley noises like blah, 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 blah. You ever
Yeah.
seen that episode?
Yeah, that's just fucking.
It's the
stupid.
fucking best episode ever. All right, we're gonna have to cut that in so everybody sees it. I'll give you.
Yeah, you get fucking booted on this shit. You
Oh,
can't say
really?
Faggot. What the fuck?
Oh, that's.
not just on YouTube.
Oh, we'll just hit.
YouTube will-
Yeah,
go
just.
through.
y-
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a little beep. We're making Boom work. He's got to do some editing.
But so yeah, the Harley's definitely different game. I mean, it's an easier game as far as us because we've been on sport bikes for years, you know, and transforming over. Whereas a lot of kids that watch Sons of Anarchy and went out and bought a Dyna, you know, and then learned wheelies or watching
Man, you guys are
Seabears,
hitting hard right now.
Yeah, we-
Harley riders.
watching Seabears videos, you know, and then just be, oh, I'll go drop 10 grand of my mom's money. Like, no big deal.
Yeah.
You know?
So many people are mad right now.
Well, my guy, thank you for coming in and chopping it up with us, giving us some game on the shop and, you know, accident lawyers and everything like that. It sounds like you're on the proper steps for, you know, trying to better the community and the people that are in it. Is there any last statement that you want to say to everybody and words of advice that you have for anyone out there?
Yeah, if you guys need anything for your motorcycles, don't be afraid to hit me up, DM me, call me. Kraze Motorsports. I drop ship. I got Parts Unlimited. Like we spoken earlier, we have all the dealer accounts available and stuff, and I could send you anything that you need for your bike. And God forbid you get in an accident, but if you do, hit us up, MV Legal, and we'll take care of it as best as we could. If you're in a different state, still hit me up, and we could figure out something, to get you going with an attorney out there that's reputable.
That's for accidents and criminal too. Like you said, we run the same kind of network that we do in the stunt community as far as looking out for each other and vice versa. What's your next show that you're gonna be able to do that people might be able to come watch you ride?
August 24th at Irwindale Speedway.
Okay, nice. Little man over there, you got anything else you want to say?
First off, all right, very average height, and I
Very
just
average in China.
very much average. Okay, so appreciate you guys tuning in, listening to us bullshit, and don't take anything I say personal. And that's about it.
Yeah, don't forget to hit me in the DM if you want to call in and debate with us at any time. We're always free to talk shit.
Please.
We're waiting for that one person to call in and tell us we're doing something wrong or they think another opinion of ours, because that's what we feed off of.
Yeah, we wanna argue.
We want to argue with you. So
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you guys.
Always, man.
Much love,
Yeah,
brothers.
definitely.
And thanks,
We're
boom.
thankful to have you as our second guest. You know
Hey.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're working on getting Hooligan Stunts on here, JB Stunts, and Chill Gill also within the next coming months. So make sure you stay tuned. Huge shout out to our subscribers on Instagram. If you haven't checked out them, that's where we post like behind the scenes. You get to see edits and full episodes before anybody else does, and a lot of other discounts on merchandise and other shit that you may need for your motorcycle as well. Shout out to Boom behind the mic and the cameras, because without him, this shit would pretty much be on iPhones and sound like crap.
Yeah, and I stress him out a lot.
Yeah, it's Tommy's fault for sure.
100%.
But y'all stay blessed. Make sure you check out Kraze Motorsports, MV Legal, and once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Stay
Hell yeah.
blessed.
Peace.
Peace.